New COVID-19 data from the Missouri Health Department shows an alarming trend. Missouri reported more than 6,000 new COVID-19 cases just since yesterday. The state is now seeing an average of 28,000 new cases every week. Missouri Health Director Randall Williams says the hope is to vaccinate healthcare workers and people in long-term care facilities as early as next month. In the meantime, Williams says everyone can help by social distancing, wearing masks, using hand sanitizer, and avoiding indoor crowds when possible, even during the holidays. Starting Monday, there will be new health orders in place in Johnson County, Kansas. Leaders met for more than 6 hours yesterday to make those decisions, but there are a lot of exemptions. KMBC 9's Bianca Beltran is live to break it all down for us. Bianca.
And Emily, that order will continue the requirement of masks and social distancing in public. It also provides guidelines for public gatherings, limiting them to 50 people or 50% building capacity, whichever is less in those cases. The order will also require bars and restaurants that sell alcohol to close at midnight. After discussion over the potential impact on businesses, that time was pushed back from the original suggestion of 10 o'clock to midnight. Now, the limit on large gatherings does not apply to churches, bars, restaurants, fitness centers, healthcare organizations, funeral services, or retail. As you mentioned, a lot of exemptions. So the question was, what does that gathering limit apply to? The health officer gave the example of conferences and large gatherings like that. There are some additional guidelines in the order for industries in which social distancing is not possible, but they said that there is flexibility for businesses that might struggle with these guidelines.
And there was no intent here to be closing businesses, any businesses. And if there are, if we hear from businesses that they're not able to operate underneath the stipulations of the plan, then we want them to submit us, under the stipulations of the order, then we want them to show us a plan of how they can operate safely.
Now, the order goes into effect Monday, but next week the Board of Commissioners will consider how to enforce this order. There was discussion last night about introducing a resolution next week that would make non-compliance with the order a county code violation subject to a fine. That discussion is expected to take place on Thursday. Reporting live in Olathe, I'm Bianca Beltran, KMBC 9 News.
Yes, certainly a lot to take in there. Some churches in Kansas are suspending indoor in-person services because of the rise in COVID-19 cases. The bishops of the two Episcopal Church dioceses that cover Kansas told their congregations to stop meeting and worshiping together in person. The United Methodist Church bishop in Kansas also encouraged their churches to stop in-person services if they're in counties with high community spread. It's not just the Midwest. COVID-19 is spreading fast nationwide. ABC's Trevor Ault talks to health officials about where the data stands right now.
The U.S. has shattered the daily record once again. 193,000 new cases of coronavirus reported in just 24 hours. The CDC now forecasting up to 282,000 deaths by December 5th, when about 2,000 Americans could lose their lives from COVID every day. Numerous states now imposing restrictions, hoping to slow the spread of the virus. New Mexico's governor ordering all non-essential businesses to close for 2 weeks.
We are in a life or death situation, and if we don't act right now, we will absolutely crush our current healthcare system.
And in North Dakota, the governor changing course, issuing a statewide mask mandate late Friday.
Our situation has changed, and we must change with it.
New York's Governor Andrew Cuomo stressing the importance of looking at the numbers.
If the numbers go up, and if they're increasing, and they're not slowing, then you have to restrict activity.
New York City hoping to avoid a repeat of the spring, placing a 10 p.m. curfew on gyms, bars, and restaurants.
But if we get shut down, again, that 25% indoor, we will not probably going to make it.
On Friday, President Trump predicting Pfizer will soon receive emergency use authorization for its vaccine.
As soon as April, the vaccine will be available to the entire general population. The vaccine will be distributed to frontline workers, the elderly, and high-risk Americans immediately.
And Moderna is expected to release critical data in the coming days on its vaccine and could file for emergency use authorization in early December. Trevor Ault, ABC News, New York.
You can count on KMBC 9 News as we continue to help you navigate the pandemic. We'll have new developments covered on air and online. We also have information to keep you and your family safe at KMBC.com. It's under the coronavirus tab. A young nurse who was recently diagnosed with breast cancer has had to step away from the front line during her battle, and she's sharing an important message. Samantha Schmidt was diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer on October 7th. The 30-year-old nurse has already started chemotherapy, and since that compromises her immune system, she's had to step away from her job during treatment. But her medical bills are already piling up. A GoFundMe has been set up to help cover the costs. Samantha first went to the doctor after noticing a lump, and she hopes her story encourages others to take their health seriously.
Cancer does not discriminate. Anyone can get it, regardless of if you have family history or not. Case in example, me, 30 years old, 0 family history. So just be aware of your bodies. Don't wait to get stuff checked out.
Now, if you'd like to donate to Samantha's GoFundMe, I have a link on my KMBC Facebook page.